Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the Garfish Podcast. What's Garfish? It's the double entendre, you know what I'm saying? We're not quite golfers, a little too much swag for that, but we Garfish. And, yeah, we only talking that Garfish, you know what I'm saying? You do. I really started a podcast with hitters that I had just met on the T-box. Mike is a vet, the best, I'ma need 3 shots. If I win, I'ma call cap and I'm telling him he not be used to be in the league. Now we just drawing it over the trees and I'm in between, or I done lost it. Golf in the day and at night we gon' talk it. This is the Garfish. This is the Garfish. All right, man. Hey, welcome to the Garfish Podcast. It's your boy Rory. We got Mike. We got B on the thing, and then we got a special guest in here today. My guy, I know him as real. You know what I'm saying? You know, he made one hit, and then he's never touched the studio since then.
One hit wonder, baby.
Y'all know him as Roger Steele, man. What's good with you, boy?
What's good,
welcome,
baby?
Welcome.
I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for real.
Nah, man, we just we glad that you was able to find the time to come in here, man. We know you're a busy man. You seeing the world and whatnot.
Real talk.
Bro, I ain't busy. That's cap. I ain't busy for real.
Hey,
I be just begging. I be begging for these little invites, dog. I be begging for invites, then trying to make myself look like I got shit going on. It don't be for real. Don't. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna lie to everybody else. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't be having shit going on, dog.
Nah, I got you. Yeah. So you literally, you know, after all that cap that you just said, you just fresh out the airport.
For real, I feel like
gloss over that real quick.
Him capping the whole time.
You was what an exit row hero. Like literally on my timeline, it just refreshed. Like I'm pretty sure you're still in the airport parking lot right now. No, the trip you was. I seen you was with Joe. I seen Bryce. Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that a little bit? You know, we trying to live through you and whatnot.
Man,
how much money on the table? That's what we want to know. How much money is on the table?
How much money you lose?
No, I didn't lose no money, dog. Like we don't do that.
Oh,
come on, dog.
Okay.
No, that's not even talking shit. I'm in a financially vulnerable position. I really be having to show up, so I don't put myself into no hole, dog. Like I'm talking about. Hey, everybody be out there taking that shit light. I be on the range grinding, dog. Like, bro, like I can't lose no money to these dudes after flights and hotels and rental cars and gas, dog. Like, I'll be like, when you do the economics, bro. But when you do the economics on like when a rich motherfucker invite you somewhere, bro. Like when you do the economics on like all that entails, Rory, you know this. We be complaining about this a lot. But that like you would say yes to like 2 things and a quarter, and like you would see yourself $5,000 in a hole mysteriously, bro. Like mysteriously, bro. Like on some real stuff. That's why I be like, you be flattered.
Just trying to get there. Just
getting there, experiencing stuff. Just like just having a good time. Just trying to fit in. Like, and you just be $5,000. Like, oh shit.
So even at your level, it's not all free.
Hell no! Come on, dog. Bro, motherfuckers do not like me that much. Hey, bro. Hey, people. Hey, people don't.
Nah.
Bro, but you know what? But like the right relationships, they like they investments, dog. They are really long-term investments, and you gotta understand.
You gotta spend money to make money.
And it's not to make relationships so transactional, bro. But it's really, you know, I value everybody that I got in my phone book, like on some real shit. I value that person. Like if I got your number, I save your number. Like I value you. When you hit me up, I want to like make sure I take time to engage and we figure out what we talking about and be intentional. Damn. Bro, bro just...
I was hoping you to see it.
Man, this guy.
He looked down at the right time. He was like, damn. I was like, maybe he didn't see it though. Hey, make sure his phone we'll talk.
Hey, y'all pray for this man, dog. Y'all pray for this man, please.
Bro,
we gotta say a deep prayer for this man.
I don't know.
Bro.
Hey, this is the ongoing story, man.
Because he gonna get back on. We're gonna keep this in the show. Like, hey,
real talk.
Issues
yeah.
with his.
That's become a thing, man. He'll have all kind of technical difficulties.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy.
There he is.
All right.
I'm done.
He's back.
I'm tapping out, dog. I just came back to say goodnight.
What the fuck happened, bro?
Say goodnight. I can't wait for this episode to drop, Roger. It's gonna be lit.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened,
this
bro?
is really the barbershop, bro. This is really the barbershop, bro. We named this the wrong thing, bro. This is definitely the barbershop, bro.
All I did was I cut off my Bluetooth on the
bro, stop
computer.
Stuff.
Yeah,
cut off the Bluetooth.
Nothing.
Keep your hands to yourself, bro.
Bro, I cut off the Bluetooth, just my headphones. Like
nothing,
it's all good.
Look, Roy, hey, we got Rod out here speaking from the heart, and you just turn off.
Yeah, he was deep in thought, bro. He looked down, was like, damn.
Like here's the thing, like you're in his phone book, so he value you. Bro.
Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about.
I know. I was waiting to hear what he said. He was like, "Hey, when I got if I got your number in my phone book," I was like, "Oh yeah."
So Raj, just pick up where you left off. I don't know if you can even remember.
No, I remember.
Obviously, Rory keep dropping. He just keep.
He's professional. He good.
No, bro. But like when I got somebody number, say like it mean a lot. So every time somebody hit you up, if they ask you for something, if they want you to attend something, if they want you to be a part of something, like I take all of that very seriously. So like I be, and this is something that I'm trying to learn now, is like sometimes I do overextend myself, but my intentions, like I'm not afraid of it because I know that like my intentions are good, and all of those relationships, whenever I do say yes to something, is worth it for me. You know what I mean? Just that time spent, just getting that wisdom, getting that FaceTime, just being able to just grow with people, So, I mean, the numbers and the financial implications on the front end, it'd be hefty though. Like the more paid the person is, and the doper the shit they ask you to do, bro. Even if they ask you to do something and they say they're gonna pay for you once you get there, like they are like, oh, I'm gonna cover like your big cost. Like I done had people pay for flights and room, like if they invite me on a trip. But like, bro, the caddies, dog. Like we.
Oh yeah,
bro, the caddies, bro, the food, like the like other miscellaneous, like that miscellaneous category, dog. Bro,
they ain't going to Applebee's, man. They going to the steakhouses.
Yeah,
bro.
I see.
And then you can't just like be the dude that you can't. And this a lesson to all my people out there. Like when you meet some affluent homies, dog, and you trying to get into their network, you cannot be the dude that always mooch and don't offer nothing up in return, dog. Like that's literally the worst thing that you could do. Even if it's just something small, buy a drink. Buy somebody like a souvenir, buy them pay for something. Just get it off your list. Let them know that you thoughtful. Bro, it's just an etiquette thing when you navigating those relationships, bro. Show them that you understand show them how appreciative you are, so that they know that you understand the lengths that they're going through to have you in that space. Because you got to think about it, like this man, like Larry Fitzgerald hit us up and he was like, I want y'all to slide out here. How many people you think he got in his phone book to like that want that spot? You know what I mean? And like he picking you over like hundreds and hundreds of people, and he giving you the opportunity. If you show up there and you try to just squeeze it for all it's worth, or like whatever the case, it just don't look right, dog. It don't look right, and people don't be understanding the reciprocity. Everybody mindset be like, "Oh man, he got it. Like he ain't worried. He got it." You know what I mean? And it's really just like, bro, you have to figure out a way to show your appreciation while you there, And of course, you could do the simple things like thank yous and shit like that. But man, buy somebody a drink. Like, hey man, Larry, let me get your lunch. Like, hey man, let me just show people that invite you into new spaces that you appreciate them extending that invite. But needless to say, that trip was expensive as shit, dog. So I was not trying to. I was not trying to lose. I was not trying to lose no money, dog, on that golf course. You know what I'm talking about?
Man, that's news to me because I feel like every time I watch one of your shows, I'm like, oh yeah, that's free. That's
no,
free.
Bro.
Must be nice. Like,
no, bro.
Damn.
No.
Look, I'm reconsidering my influencer. Like, I'm like, damn, do I really want to do this?
Bro, you gotta. Nah.
Maybe not.
No,
that ain't what I told my wife, bro. That's not what I told my wife. This is now she gonna know the truth.
Yeah.
I can't even show her this episode now.
Yeah, bro. Don't.
Like, damn.
You just gotta get
very
Hey, but real
separated.
talk though,
But you
that's a man code though. That's a man code though. I mean, you get opportunities. You definitely want to make sure you pay homage to the people that invite you to the circle. So I respect that though, big time.
No, I don't care. I hear you. I feel you got to pay homage. You gotta show your appreciation. But I'm really disappointed. 'Cause I'm thinking like every time you on an airplane, every time you on a golf course, like all that's like all expense paid vacation. Like I'm out here having a good time.
I ain't gonna tell y'all how sick I am right now. I ain't gonna tell y'all how sick I am.
I just saw your face, man. I'm about to ask, like your face changed like all the way.
Bro, I just went to my fucking credit card statement to look at.
Hey, that was a live reaction, man. What golf
reaction.
influencers, go through on a daily basis.
Bro, I'm sick.
Right. So look, hey, here's a question. So like,
he pouring up.
Okay, hey, hold on. Is that what we doing?
We gotta pull up to that one.
Time out.
Yeah.
Time out. What we timing out for?
Bro, this shit sounds awful. Is that just my phone fucking up again?
Probably.
All right, I gotta get off, bro. Like, I can't hear a fucking thing he's saying. Like, y'all look at my face. It look like I'm trying to squint to hear this better.
All right, cut out. Come back in real quick. Go off and come back on. We'll wait for like 2 minutes.
I hear him great.
Yeah, we here.
Fuck you.
Man, I saw your face change, bro. I was like, man, what happened?
This the most hood shit ever. It ain't never been this bad on J Park.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you.
I'm glad he brought you on. It ain't on us. Like,
man,
yeah, that was him. Nah, that's my dude though, man. We've been fucking each other over for a few years now, so it ain't nothing new.
Nah, we appreciate you coming on, man. We know this.
Hey, big facts.
For some regular who have like I have 100 followers to have you on. Pleasure, bro. It's an appreciation,
bro. But like, come on, man. Like this whole follower thing is like the shit really don't mean nothing in the grand scheme of things, right? Because all somebody had to do to follow me was like hit one button one time and never pay attention again on some real shit. Like, and it's the way that we value that shit is kind of like, wow, bro. Like, I know people that's living my dream life that don't even have social media, dog. And so then when somebody come in, like compliment me for something that was really so effortless, it's like, I didn't change no lives. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't
know. I would disagree with that, bro. I'll speak from the heart on that. So from a creative standpoint, because I like to be creative. So we'll do like all this stuff that we doing. I'll put it together because I enjoy it.
Right.
But I'll watch your content because I enjoy the creativity.
Thank you, bro.
So like in a way, bro, like you are changing like my life in a way because I'm like, bro, like he's doing some dope shit on the creative side that I just enjoy watching. Like at the end of the day, bro, I can watch your content and just laugh and be like, bro, that's some dope ass shit. Like, bro, like he's in front of a camera, like being himself, being authentic, and people get some enjoyment out of that, bro. Like that changes somebody's life. Like in that moment, I'm laughing. We talking about golf.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like for those 2 or 3 minutes that I'm watching your shit, like that is changing my life because I'm enjoying it. So like, I think you just a humble dude. So like, you don't see the significance from that. But like, coming from a guy who like, yeah, I just have 100 followers. You like an inspiration because I'm like, bro, like I might not want to get to that level, but you know what? I can use my creative talents and do that same shit,
right?
But in my own flavor. So like, bro, don't discount your.
No, I'm not gonna discount it. I'm not gonna discount it because every single person that pushed the follow button, pushed the like button, comment on something, research something, like it helped. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure. It helped create opportunities. It helped give me a platform and a reason to be in a room. You know what I'm talking about? So like, I appreciate it, but the thing that I don't want people to fall into the trap of is like thinking that that's like an end all be all for how they perceive themselves and like they worth relative to their world and it's the people that matter, right? Like everybody matter. Like I love everybody that take even a second, even if they see my shit, like it and get off of it, don't even watch the shit. Like I appreciate everybody, but when you get down to it, bro, like your life can be changed by just like 5 people. You know what I mean? Like it don't really take much to change the complete trajectory of your life. It's like it might just be it start with one person, one introduction. And so I just don't want like people to get into a mindset where they chasing numbers and they stop chasing real connection, because that's the shit that matter. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, when I make content, it's like I want people to really
Yeah, big facts.
resonate with that shit and have like kind of a visceral reaction where either they agree or they strongly disagree. And if they strongly disagree, I want to know why they disagree so that we can have dialogue about it so I can understand you better. And if we agree, then I want us to relate so that at some point down the road when we disagree, we can have that conversation and then we can get back, aligned and figure out, so I really, my content is created with the orientation of like, I want us to have a relationship. Everybody that watched that, I want y'all to feel like y'all my homie. You know what I mean? And y'all know how I'm feeling about something, because I've had people slide into my DMs, and then that one conversation turned into like this whole world of new opportunity. Like one meeting, like when I was, like Nike gang, but when I was with Adidas though, like my boy, yeah, exactly. But that was just one DM, dog. That took me down that whole path. You know what I mean? Like Callaway, one DM, one person took me down that whole path. Like doers, one person, message, phone call, whole path. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like you could play
Hey,
the numbers game. Shout out to doers. Shout out to doers. But you could play the numbers game. But I'm telling you, when you doing it for that, it's just you gonna find yourself in a bad spot, and it's just hard to be relatable when that's your goal. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey,
Straight up.
hey, I'm sorry. We had a conversation with Rory about what influence was, and a lot of people have that misconception. If you're an influencer, or you're somebody that has a lot of followers,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that disconnect is how you saying, looking for that relationship with the person viewing it versus just making content. And I think that's where a lot of people get that respect for you from. I mean, I remember a couple months ago, I DM'd you and just get that response back. I was like, that's what's up. Take his
Yeah.
time to DM me back. I mean, that's some good shit,
Yeah.
So I respect you for that. I think that's one thing that you have above everybody else is that respect, mutual respect for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. That shit huge. But when I think about like an influencer, like it's there's no direct correlation between your follower count and how influential you are. You know what I mean? And so like I'll be watching a lot of people on Instagram, or like, I haven't spent too much time on TikTok, but it's like people that do shit. And I break social media down like this. It's like a party. Like think about a real life party, right? So when you walk into this party, it's a big room and it's a bunch of people having these individual conversations. And so your goal when you walk into the party, it's like, all right, who do I know, and what conversations do I want to be a part of? And so then you come into the social media space and you like, okay, like them the people that I know, and that's the conversation I want to be a part of. And so now you come into this circle, like it's around like a little group of people and they all talking about these things. And so then you come into it, and then like, people are having dialogue. And then when you chime in, if you like at a real party, at a real social gathering, your goal is to say something that's insightful that helps keep moving the conversation. Like all I'm trying to do when I make content is just move the conversation forward so that somebody else can pick it up and then we can keep the conversation going. Or if we reach a logical conclusion on the conversation, then we let the conversation die. But so sometimes when you're having these conversations, like the best conversations at a party, it could be thousands of people there, but it'd be three people having this intense ass conversation, right? And when you walk away from that conversation, if somebody made a good point, you influenced by that. You know what I mean? And everybody wasn't around to hear that. Everybody didn't applaud when you finished your dissertation and nothing like that. But you actually influenced somebody because you took the time, you had a real conversation about real shit that mattered to you and it moved people. When I see people on social media that are chasing numbers, when they have a lot of numbers but they don't have no real substance behind their message, I can't say that you influential. I could just say that a lot of people like to look at you like it's the equivalent of somebody being like drunk as fuck at a party, and they like climbing up a wall finna jump into a pool or something like that. Like, you didn't influence me, dog. You was just something that was fun to watch, and you gonna have to keep doing stuff that's fun to watch every time you come to that party. And it's like, but you just gonna be a joke. Like, you're not gonna be you're not gonna be who I look to like make decisions. You're just somebody that I watch for entertainment. And so like when you think about people calling themselves influencers, what are you telling me that's influential? What are you telling me that's impactful? You know, and I think that a lot of people do like silly shit on IG or TikTok, and they like crash carts into people, or they like, it's just a lot of weird shit that you see, and it's like, what are you really trying to get across to me other than like make me watch you for a second before I go on about my day? You know what I mean? Like, and when you start chasing that weird shit, it's not no real influence to be had. So I just think that when people approach influence, it'd be like, yo, if I could help one person see a situation in a different way, I'm an influencer. And the most influential people in my life, they don't even have social media, dog. Like they don't even have Instagram. The people that I base a lot of my perspectives around do not even use social media, bro. And I'm like, that's why I can't, you know, the landscape don't make a lot of sense to me when people say that, or when they call me that, like, you know, I don't know, but I'm different in that regard.
Has this always been your vision though? Like where you at now? Has this always been like,
hell no,
right here?
Hell no. The hell?
So when you started, when you had 0 followers and you put Roger Steele on your IG, like what was the vision? Like what was it? What was the end game?
Yeah.
Hey, well, hey, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Hey, when did you start before you get into that? Like when did you start your page? Because I know when we first met, you had been in it. You had been in it a little bit before I did. I think you had like, I think I was at like 200, you know what I mean? It's like I was under 1,000. I think you had been in it for a while. Because I remember when I first hopped in, I hit you up. You know what I mean? And I was like, hey man, like what can, you know what I mean? It was you and it was Tiger Mills. And you know, like it kind of like what y'all saying, like you was like you picked up the phone, you know what I mean, you put me up on game, or what, you know, all the knowledge that you had at that moment. And so, but like when did you first get started?
Bro,
And
like I
then
never
like
intended to
progress, and like
monetize social media or
how did you
like
see it
be
going?
a content creator. I think that the thing that happened was like COVID happened, and like I had a media company before this, dog. And like where you used to kind of get on my ass about that, like, man, you need to post more, you need to do more shit. And I was like, bro, like I don't like I wanted to be like a business dude, bro. Like I wanted to like run brands, and I wanted to do like consulting work, and I wanted to like just be behind the scenes doing shit, like managing shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like I never wanted this part of it. Like this was never, I didn't even think nobody would fuck with me on no broader scale, on some real shit. I knew that I feel like my strengths is like meeting somebody one on one and us having dialogue, and then you recognize that I'm like a sincere person. That's like why I feel like my strength in the world is. You know what I mean? So I didn't have no aspirations for no you know, like widespread acclaim or like no fan base or nothing like that. And and so when COVID happened, so I was running my media company, and I had like 6 or 7 clients, and they was all paying me like, I'm a transparent dude. They was paying me like $1,000 to $3,000 a month. And so like with that being the case, like I was keeping myself busy, and I was like, okay, well, if I could figure out how to build this business, then I would be in a good spot. And that's what I wanted to do. Like in reality, if I was living out shit the way I wanted to, y'all niggas would hit me up and be like, oh shit, I need you to help me create this concept. You know what I mean? And y'all would hit me up, and then we would work out a deal, and I would come out to you, and we would try to figure some shit out and blah, blah, blah. And you know what I mean? And that's how I always saw shit in my mind. I wanted to be like a service provider. Like I wanted to like just help motherfuckers. And so when COVID happened, I had no money, dog. Like you know what I mean? Money wasn't coming in. Yeah. So it was just like, bro, and I'm sitting around, and I got this camera equipment, and I don't have shit to do. So then I just started saying shit that I would say in a one-on-one setting to a camera. And then you know what I mean? Yeah. And
Taco ish.
Yeah. No, I remember we had that conversation, and like everybody that I talked to, when they be like, "Hey, how's Roger?" I be like, the first thing I tell them is like, "Bro, this dude is smart." Like that was, I remember the first conversation we had, and you started talking about stuff financially, and you started doing your hands like, you know, levels, and I was just like, man, what is bro talking about? Like, he is on a whole nother level of thinking right now. I'm just trying to get a view and a like and this, and you was like thinking long term or whatever the case, and I was like, I'm like, yeah, man, this dude is just he like he thinks thinking. I remember I was teaching at the time, and I was like, when COVID, or I was just doing the basketball training stuff and the golf stuff, you know, kind of on the side, and I remember you said that. I was like, hey man, I'm about to go back. I'm about to go back to teaching because, you know, I got to make sure I got money coming in. And you was like, nah, don't do that. He was like, everybody gonna have their phone in their hand with this COVID. You need to, you know, provide the content. And I was like, nah, I got kids, I got wife, I gotta go back. And like I went back, and then, you know what I mean. And you did exactly what you said, bro. Like you made a way. You know what I mean. You just figured out how to get it done, and you got it done. So it's dope. Like you caught multiple
The
things that have
Messiah.
like come to, you know, fruition. You know,
He's the
whatever,
Messiah.
AKA the Messiah.
but it's just
Yeah,
it's just one of them things. Like
yeah.
my mom used to always say, like, you know, plan
Yeah.
your work and then work your plan. You know what I mean? And then like that's
And that's the
exactly
goal
what
Yeah,
you
now,
did,
bro.
bro.
It's
You
just
know,
like it's
it was dope to
you know,
see it.
you got to be realistic about this shit too. Like I'm not no pessimist. I don't want y'all to think that I don't want y'all to think that I'm like, you know, trying to down talk or downplay shit or nothing like that. But I'll be realistic about what's the real world impact, not the sensationalized impact of what we looking at. And when I look at things, I'll be trying to look at stuff that actually matters. You know what I'm talking about? Like, and a lot of people are doing shit that don't matter. And you know that's like that's a hurtful thing to say, but it's a lot of people that aren't looking at things the right way, and they not recognizing the real opportunity. If I post a video on social media and I get like 6 comments, right? A lot of people will say that, damn, that video was weak as fuck. Like, don't nobody fuck with it. You know what I mean? And or like even if I just got one comment, you know, they would say that video is weak as fuck. But in my mind, if I saw that shit, I would be like, damn, that was one person that really fucked with that shit. Let me talk to them and figure out why they did. You know what I mean? And because they telling you that they fuck with you, like that mattered,
Yeah,
dog. You know what I'm talking about? And it's so many people that would just throw that shit away and be like, nah, that shit was fucked. I need to go find something that, like, you know what I mean, get 100,000, whatever the fuck. And it's like, bro, but you had somebody that was really fucking with you, bro, and that you completely ignored and undervalued because you wanted to chase like numbers and clout and shit. So I just try to always, and with everything that I do, I try to stress what matters. And I had a conversation with myself daily. You know, do this matter? Is this really important? Like this thing that I'm about to do, what is my real intention with it? You know, or this project I'm about to do, or this partnership that I'm trying to navigate. Like, what is my real intention with it? And if I can't find that, then it's not something that I will do. You know, so yeah.
Man,
Yeah, that's some good
it makes
info though.
sense
That's
now.
what's up.
It definitely
yeah.
makes sense now. Why you at where you at? Hey, bro, you said
Hey,
you said he was deep, bro. I must say,
hey,
bro, you're intellectually
100.
deep, brother, bro. Like for real shit. Like I'm
Bro,
Yo,
like,
I told
damn.
you, man.
I,
Like,
I
Poetic
do have a
justice,
question
dog.
though.
The answer
yeah,
that
like
you
I'm
I
get,
do
I'm
have
over
a
here
the answer
question
writing
that you
though.
notes.
get,
Like
don't
I'm
make
writing
sense.
notes. I'm like, damn.
Hey,
Damn.
fuck y'all.
Yo, Raj, yo, I do have a question though. Has anyone ever? I mean, because you know you're a cool dude. You know, some people get you in these environments. You may be hella chill, but has anyone ever tested that real shy town, nigga, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
in some of
hey,
these
hey.
environments you've been in? Like he got tested yet?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just
Talk your
I
ish.
feel like y'all asking me some shit. You know what I mean? Ask me a real question if you want. I mean,
Hey,
like,
I mean,
what you really trying to
hey.
ask me though? Like, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, cause I know people get. So look, real talk. Like I've been in some environments where people get very comfortable. Sometimes they forget that I'm black.
Yeah.
I'm a nigga.
So
Sometimes
this
that
like a racial
you get
question,
comfortable with situations.
like some racial shit.
I mean, racial and just like yeah, like that dude that made that
Maybe
just
look,
push a limits a little bit too far.
I'm
maybe
gonna
they think
tell
you a
Yeah,
y'all.
token. Maybe
Yeah.
they think
Just
you a
people
token,
taking you as
and
friendly,
they try to
taking
come
you
at
as
you like,
friendly.
you know what I
I
mean?
don't find it that as much, bro. I think that it's like a lot of motherfuckers that's gonna think you sweet though. Like for real. Everybody think that
Mm.
yeah. There you go.
everybody
Yeah,
gonna think you sweet to a certain regard. And it's like it's not even about like I'm a black dude, bro. Like me being from Chicago is like it obviously gave me an outlook and certain characteristics as far as how I respond to shit. But like, I'm just a black dude from any other city. If I was born in, Dallas, if I was born in, wherever I was born, it don't matter. So I just think that, and it's a saying that's old as time, but it's like kindness is taken for weakness, and I think that that's true in a lot of regards. Um, and I've experienced that more often than not from our people than from like white people or other races or whatever the case is, which is which is unfortunate, but like expected. But at the same time,
we gotta test. We gotta test your nigginess every now and then.
Yeah,
man.
Do that. But it's just kind of like but that's kind of like par for the course as far as what you expect in those situations. But what's crazy though, bro, which is like something that y'all will probably resonate with, is man, a lot of people y'all fuck with me, or like at least y'all say that y'all fuck with me. You know what I mean? And I assume that y'all do. If y'all invite me on here, if y'all invite me on here, y'all fuck with me to a certain extent. Yeah, exactly.
We're trying to catch you slipping. We're trying to get you
Roger Steele said nigga 75 times. You know what I mean?
But they're gonna put a nigga count at the
top. I know, right?
Yeah, but to any white people that do see this, just understand that this is a term of endearment.
But go ahead.
So like don't get triggered by that. This is how we reallocate negative energy, turn it into a positive. But no, so what?
Hey, big facts though.
But what I realized is what I realized. What I realized is that it's a lot of people that don't like me, and I feel like y'all gonna suffer the same thing as y'all start to grow in this space, right? Golf is like a very traditional thing, and it's something that transcends race. Like the way that golf is approached is not just a black and white thing, like old white men have kept old white men have kept young black people out. Like that's not the case. It's just like old minded people, bro, like keep young minded people out the game, right? And so like when you think about old minded, what does that mean? Like from my birth, I was raised in this game and I followed the path of this game through my entire life. So like I was born, I played competitive junior golf, I played collegiate golf, I pursued a career in golf right out of school. I've made all these connections in golf. I've seen all these things in golf. When you think about old-minded from that vantage point, it's a lot of black people that are a part of that mindset. You know what I mean? Where they think that they are the powers that be as it pertains to like cultural golf experiences. And so what happened was when I kind of came into golf, more rapidly. I love golf. I've loved golf for a long time, and I've been playing golf since I was a kid. But I wasn't shown the same respect as somebody that has been in golf their whole life and like made their whole existence around golf. You know what I'm saying? And so what I found is that a lot of people try to discredit you because your whole, stick isn't golf centric. You know what I mean? And so that's why I found like the disconnect is like, damn, I was really shocked to figure out how many people didn't like me, didn't fuck with me. People that I had intimate conversations with, people that I spent time with, people that I had tried to like give of myself to or like offer services to. Like when you come back and find out that they telling people behind your back that they don't fuck with you, they don't know who you are, they don't know what you came from, they don't know what you about. Like that shit hurt, you know what I'm talking about? And so like the Chicago in me, I think that as far as like how Chicago made me is like when somebody treat me a certain type of way, it's like I don't fuck with you no more. You know what I mean? Like when I figure that shit out, like
big fact.
It just is what it is. I forgot who said it, but when you cross me, you lost me. You know what I'm talking about? I think it was Fab that said that shit, but it's like that's been the hardest thing to kind of navigate. Ain't nobody gonna come up and swing on you though, so it's like the threat's not real. Ain't nobody gonna come up and try to, you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? So anybody that talk crazy to you about you, like you got to compartmentalize that in golf, and I think that that's the power of the game because ain't nobody really gonna do shit to you, like on some real shit. Like Ain't nobody.
Nobody really talking with their
That's
hands.
that social media
Yeah,
stuff.
it's some social media shit. It's people gonna talk bad
Yeah.
behind your back. People gonna try to like, take food off your plate while you're not looking type stuff. But ain't nobody really gonna do nothing though. You know what I mean? So like, I think that's what make golf so sweet to me. To me is that like it ain't no real consequences for nothing that I say because who gonna do something, on some real shit. You know what I mean? Cause I be, but also
Hey,
no,
big
no,
facts
no.
though. Big facts. Like,
Not,
hey,
but that's for all of us. So like, even if all three of us had a disagreement, like, ain't none of us gonna run up and like swing on. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't, nigga, I'm outside your crib. What's
oh
good?
no, yeah.
And so because
Hey, no,
Yeah.
I'll give that. Golf is a game of gentlemen.
but it's like because it's like we gotta.
Oh, on the golf course.
But no, I'm just saying like even a whole like gentleman thing is it's not like we not human. We still got emotions and shit. Like we still get mad and shit. But I think that because we based in golf, it give us a healthier way to display those emotions where we know that the outcome not somebody pulling up at your crib on some other type shit. You know what I mean? Whereas no, go ahead.
Yeah. You kind of know. Go ahead. No, I was just saying, but you just kind of know, like, I
Yeah.
just kind of look at it like anybody that's like really participating in the game probably got a
Right.
little bit more of an
Right.
open mind and is a little bit more rational. You know what I'm saying? Like the floodgates are not all the way open yet, where everybody got that cousin.
Yeah.
They like, hey, I want everybody to play golf. I really don't want him to play golf because you know what I mean. Like we might get like he gonna find something to get into. He gonna fight somebody.
But
You
you
know
know
what I mean?
what?
Like so the
Yeah.
the gates ain't over. Like anybody that's in the game is like still kind of
It
like
make
a rational human being. So
it makes sense now
there's
though, Roger. It
it
makes
ain't gonna
sense
be them
that
kind of
you a level headed
consequences.
guy. And look, I'm gonna be real. I ain't gonna lie. Ever since Word told us that that you said yeah to the podcast, I'm like, I want to ask you about some real shit.
Yeah.
We fellas.
Yeah.
And you don't had your fair share of some drama, somebody talking about you behind your back.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I'm not gonna drop their name in this podcast because I feel like that's unsolicited. But I feel like this segues right into it. Like, what makes you turn a negative like that situation that you was in with those other guys on the other side,
Right.
and turn it into a positive? Because
It's the other side.
the other side. You know what I'm saying? And look,
So like I'm back home in Inglewood right now.
Hey, and if Raj
Clever,
want to drop the
my
name,
boy,
that's on him. I'm not
clever.
gonna drop the name. It's not
and
gonna be on
it's
me.
not.
But like, how you turn it? Like you turn it into a real positive. That was some real shit. To me, I salute you because that was some real shit. Because that turned real personal.
Man.
Like you said, like it's golf, so we don't necessarily have to. We don't have to take that route in golf.
Man, but you know what's crazy though, bro? Like I think that Jake, I be listening to a lot of rap, dog, obviously, and I be hanging on to the lyrics. That's why I be believing, that it be important what we listen to. That's a part of our diet and shit. And so like I was thinking about that J. Cole song when he said that shit, the bigger we get, the more likely our egos collide. That's just physics. Please let's put our egos aside, you my niggas. Remember that shit? And should our worst tendencies turn us into enemies? I hope that we remember these nights full of Hennessy. Yeah, but it's like, but that shit was so hard because it's like, I know that we gonna bump heads. Everybody gonna bump heads. Like my boy Rory, you gonna be doing some big ass shit like very soon, and it's gonna be a deal that if I could get you to go one way, or if I could get you to like say no for a year, I think it could go this way. But you gonna say, nah, I want to get this bread and build it this way right now, and you gonna do it that way, and then I'm gonna be like, damn, I don't like that you did that. You're gonna be like, damn, like I don't like I got a family and kids, and I'm just projecting. I'm not saying that this gonna be the case, but like we've had conversations like that.
Yeah, but we've had that.
And I'll be
already.
like,
We've had that already.
Because I be trying to play chess and shit. So it's just like, but so like, as you grow, I grow. It's natural that we gonna bump heads. Like that's just conflict is a part of our existence as fucking creatures, dog. Like all progress is based on conflict. Like strong, weak, slow, fast, smart, dumb. Like it's just things have to hit, like come to a head, and then you decide what's the right direction to go. So like with that situation, it was just a conflict that I knew was existing already, bro. Like I felt that shit. And it was like when I got that message, I was like, damn. I knew people felt a certain way already, but just to see that shit in person, I was like, damn, And I was kind of I felt disrespected, not more that it was said, because like if you look at me and Rory message thread, like we be talking shit about hella people. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just ain't no bullshit. Like I say like what the fuck is this or that, or you know what I mean? Whatever the case. But like just to find out like that, I felt, you know, like I deserved a bit more respect than that because of how we came into the relationship. But it was nothing that was unexpected. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like the message alone wouldn't have got the response.
That's
You know, it was how everything unfolded after that made me feel like, oh yeah, I had to say something about this, because this is something that we go through as Black people and as people in general, where we got people that we don't agree with, and we need to educate ourselves better on how to unpack and navigate those types of situations. So instead of me just having
Real
this
talk.
resentment where it's like, oh man, like when I see them niggas just beef, like I ain't blah 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 blah. Like, you know, Rory, you know Wayne, you know how Wayne get. Like I could have called Wayne when I told Wayne what was happening. He was like, "What you want to do?" And when Wayne asked you what you want to do, hey, hey, when Wayne asks you
yeah.
what you want to do, you got some real options. You know what I mean? Like that's, yeah, them like you got you got a real choice to make. So like, you know, I thought that it was, you know, not just the fact that I found out the way that I did, how the situation played out over the course of a week, but I also thought that, man, let's take some time as a people and as a culture and unpack how we deal with hate, because it don't have to always escalate and turn into something else. People will criticize me and say I'm soft for even responding to that or dignifying. Yeah, they would say I'm soft for even giving that the time of
We're
day.
not doing it.
But I say that it ain't a lot of people that openly discuss conflict, you know? And I think that
Real
if
talk.
if people were more comfortable being in conflict and finding positive ways to navigate that conflict, the world would be a better place than all of us lying to each other like we all get along. Because we don't all get along, bro. Like we never will, you know? And that's not even the goal, dog. Like, you know, like if
Oh, it's not a bad thing
yeah,
at all.
if
Yeah.
you want to drive a Cadillac and I make Benzes, bro, like you not supposed to drive my car, and that's cool. Like my car is not for you, dog. You know what I'm talking about? And so I'm not
Right.
supposed to hate you because you know, whatever the case. So I just don't think that everybody is for everybody, and for that reasons, I don't think that it's necessary that we all fake like we friends, bro. Like if you don't fuck with me,
Straight up.
don't shake my hand, don't speak to me, don't do shit. And that's and that's
You
and that's
you just handled that shit so smooth though.
yeah, I
Straight
appreciate
up.
that,
Mm,
dog.
You had that shit smooth. That shit
that's a
was
boss.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a
I
boss
mean,
move.
hey, you gotta welcome conflict sometimes. It's part of, like you said, it's a part of us. I mean, we all beef on here. Like we have some days we be going at each other's head. Like you just
Straight
see
up.
our message chain, but it it grows each other. You know, it makes us competitive. It makes us want to do better than the
Yeah.
next. So it helps. It uplifts us.
Or bro, or or
So I
or
feel that.
it keep you from spending time on motherfuckers that don't mean well, dog, which is so important. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, it's
Like
true.
if somebody don't fuck with you, why would you spend another 5 seconds spending time with that person when you could be spending time with your kids,
A
Rory?
second, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you could be spending time with your parents, or you could be spending time with
Yeah, for
your
sure.
girl, your
Yeah.
wife, your whatever. Like people that don't have good intentions for you do not deserve your time, and you should keep that shit compartmentalized, bro. Like man, Drake had that shit. No friends in this industry. That's some real shit, right? Because it's a lot of people that's like fringy, not friends, but like they on the fringe, right? Like you
Fringy.
really don't know. No,
Ooh.
some real shit. Like you don't know where they stand.
Rich.
Ooh.
You don't know where they stand.
Yeah.
You don't know what
Yeah.
they're saying. And so he said, I had to draw a line between my brothers and my enemies, right? Like that's some real shit. Like either I fuck with you 100% and it's trust and it's love. And it's like anything you got going
I
on,
don't.
I want to be a part of it. I want to help it. I want to help it. Whatever the case, either it's that or it's like, man, I don't need to
See it
spend the
grow.
time
Yeah,
with you,
see it grow.
you know? And it's,
And hence why Roger on the show right now.
yeah, I
Bam.
fuck with y'all, man. Like on some real
Yeah,
shit.
that's real
Yeah,
talk
some
right
real
there.
It's,
shit.
it's,
That's real talk.
it's that easy. It's that
Real
easy.
shit, man.
Yeah, that's real talk. So, question for you though. Where do you see this going though?
I okay.
Bro,
What's up, Rory?
I have no fucking idea to answer your question. But like
Uh,
my goal though, bro, is like I just hope that no matter where I get to, if any of y'all ever had something where you felt like I could realistically assist, or like help with an intro, if I could help with anything, bro, and I would hope that y'all all felt comfortable asking me so that I could like let my mind ideate around how to hand shit off. If y'all think that I got access like that, we gonna test it. That's my whole thing with all of my partnerships. Like I stretch that shit to the limit, dog. Like I be really trying to stress that shit out, and it be like, all right, all right, well,
Yeah.
this person got this
No,
as
that's
a
facts.
goal, and all right, like I'm gonna be realistic. This is what I think it needs to be for that to work out, but I'm gonna start planting the seed for that so that they could do this, or like I'm gonna make the time so they could do that, or we gonna pull up here and we gonna try to do that, and you know what I mean? Like if I just want anything that I get and however long people keep fucking paying attention to me, I want to make sure that everybody that I fuck with gets to reap the benefits of that shit in whatever way possible. And so I don't necessarily have no destination with the shit because
Yeah, bro.
I don't know, like who knows? You know, like people find out some shit that I did when I was in college and nobody fuck with you, period. So it's like, I just don't,
Cancel
yeah,
culture.
I
I
just
feel
don't
you.
know how any of this shit play out. So I'm not really willing to make goals around something that I don't fully understand has a real foundation. But I do know that I celebrate all of the relationships that I made. And if I be feeling like if somebody snatched the rug from up under me and I had to start from ground zero, then I got y'all three niggas that I could hit up and be like, damn, man, like, yeah, can I fucking
We gonna
yeah,
make it.
can I
Yeah,
can
we gonna
like
make
damn,
it.
let me
Shit.
switch and can I help with the podcast, nigga? Can I like do some intro videos or some shit? Like I'm gonna start from ground zero
Yeah, that's some
and
real
then
Yeah.
shit though. Yeah.
I got relationships now, you know what I mean? So that I could hopefully climb a little faster and you left enough positive impressions on people. So I don't really have a goal with this shit because this was never part of the plan. You know what I'm talking about? But the real goal, bro,
Yeah, I feel you. I
is to
feel you.
just be paid and play golf all the
Yeah.
time. That's the real goal. Like I wanna live like I wanna live like a professional golfer, bro, and not have to play on the PGA tour. That's it. I wanna wake up, pull up,
Man.
bro,
Hey, big
Hey,
facts
you
right there,
too.
bro.
You
That I
too.
think that's hey, every nigga that's
Hey.
coming into the goal, everybody that's coming into the game after
Everybody
the
trying to
age
get that
like
golf, man.
25, bro, like that's what your mind shifts to. Like, yo, how could I just have every day be a Saturday morning, dog? Like,
Straight
Golf
up.
that's
every day.
Bro, I've been saying that shit for the last 3 years. My wife looking at me like I'm stupid,
you
bro.
don't
Like
under,
straight
you don't
up.
understand it.
Trying to
You're just
figure it
trying to
out.
get
Trying to
it.
It's
get that
addiction,
next.
baby. Trying to get that next
That's
hit.
a free
Yeah,
hit,
I'm
a
trying to
free
get that
hit.
free
Trying to get a
hit.
I don't
free
want to
hit.
pay for. I don't want
Trying to
to
get a
pay
free
for my
Hey, real
drugs.
talk.
hit.
Yeah.
Straight up. Straight up.
Hey, hey, real quick, is there anybody? Because I know, it's been real dope to see, you with Callaway, and like, I can attest, man. Like when we talk about this dude being real, when he talk about like that's when it came to that beef with the other side, my first thought was like, bro, you was down in Orlando rocking a sweater in Orlando weather, not this year's Orlando weather, which was cold, but in Orlando weather, you rocking a sweater, you know what I mean, and using your, got your camera out or whatever, and really pushing
Yeah.
people here. Like everything you're saying, you could see, you know what I'm saying? And so, like just kind of seeing that, like man, like how does something like that happen? You know what I mean? So, um, Callaway, I remember what was it? It was like everybody
Yeah.
posted on
Yeah.
what was it?
Blackout
It was like
Tuesday. That was
Black
like
Tuesday or some
June
Blackout
2nd or
Tuesday.
something
What
like
was
that.
it? Yeah, yeah, and I remember you was like he was like, hey man, Callaway was one of the only brands that posted. I'm a develop that relationship with them. You know what I mean? Fast forward to now, and you could see that they have given a black golf influencer or a black man in golf access to like literally like the top names,
Right.
world number one players. You know what I'm saying? So like I know that's been dope, and it's been dope to watch again because like I heard the vision a long time ago. But is there anybody that you haven't met or that you want to work with, or like who's been like the coolest person so far that like you know what I mean? Like you just kind of feel like well we started off creating content on behalf of Callaway, but I think I actually have forged a relationship with this person like you said, just for the future, just like somebody that like if I hit them up not to ask
And
for
that's
anything,
I
but if
think
I hit
that
them up, you
like,
know what I mean, like they'll
something that I
respond or
want
whatever the
people to
case may be.
understand in the real world, like true relationships take time, bro. Like so and I've never been the type to force it. Uh,
Yeah,
not with nobody. Like I try to show y'all that I try to show people that I care and show them that I'm invested in what they got going on and I'm aligned with them. But people not gonna, they're not gonna. It take more than just meeting somebody one time to really for them to fuck with you for real. You know what I mean? And so like that's why I'll
Yeah.
post pictures of people. Of all the people that I've met so far, I felt like I got closest to Xander Shoffley. Uh, when I met Steph, though, meeting Steph, like he was like a
Mm-hmm.
real dude, bro. You know what I mean? And it was cool because Steph had kept up. He had been following me for a minute, so he had kind of kept up with some of the things that I had going on. He was rocking with Trap Golf. And I felt like Steph, when you meet him, you feel like you know him already, though. You know what I mean? Like he a hooper. When you meet a hooper on a golf course, y'all plugged in already. Y'all already talk the same language. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah.
so, but Steph was just a real dude, and I expected to be connected to him or like have a different type of rapport with him. And he made me feel like he wasn't Steph. He made me feel like Stephen. That's what I felt like. I felt like he was bro, on some real shit. You meet him and you feel like, damn, bro, you just a normal dude that has an abnormal ability to do what you do with a basketball. But I felt like the time that I spent with Xander, he made me feel very close to him. Like he opened up, like he was very receptive. He a very smart dude. He just don't say a lot on camera because he ain't trying to get canceled. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah, but
That's a real thing now, man.
you
2022.
talk to Xander off
Smart
camera, bro.
man,
He got
smart
some
man.
opinions for you, dog. Like for real, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he for the people. He for the
Yeah,
people.
yeah. Xander. When you talk to him, but yeah, but even with all that being said, though, like none of these people are people that I would feel comfortable asking for, like, man, could you get me this, or could you help me with that, or could you do this? And so, like, and a lot of the
Yeah,
relationships
most
when you
definitely.
meet
Yeah.
people for the first time, because all of y'all, y'all, I mean, you done met a bunch of motherfuckers already, but all of y'all are gonna come into a space where y'all engaging with these people, and I just want y'all to be mindful of how like many people are pulling at them. You know what I mean? And that's that. I mean, that's for everybody that's listening to this show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All
Oh, most
million of
definitely.
y'all. Uh, like I want y'all to be mindful of. Yeah. I want y'all to be
Speak it,
mindful of
G.
like,
Man.
bro. Every time you meet somebody that got some shit going on, it's just people pulling at them daily, bro. Daily, daily, daily. So I just the relationship they'll
Yeah.
develop over time, and I think that that's my responsibility to make sure that I continue to do things that are worthy of me being put in the same space with those type of people, so that we could continue to build that relationship. You know what I mean? But it's not for me to just like force it. If but
Yeah, most definitely. And I think that when you get in those situations, it's really it's kind of like what we was talking about. Like, okay, after I
right.
was talking with Steph, and like Steph just seemed like a real dude. Like y'all could be.
Right,
It's really like
right,
who could I be cool with off camera? You know what I mean? And like who everybody's meeting this person and they kind of feel the same way or whatever case. But like, who is it that kind of felt like you felt like when they saw you, they were like, oh man, this dude is cool.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you look at Steph, you're like, oh, it's Steph Curry. And then somebody that you meet where
yeah,
they're like, oh man, this guy Roger is cool. I've had a couple people that I met that like afterwards when I'm talking to their people, they're like, hey man, they really, you know what I mean? You're not even talking to them, but like they're like, hey man, they love the way the interaction went, they would love to do content. That's how I heard it was. They would love to do content with you in the future. And I was just like, oh, that was very dope. The fact that,
right.
them being around me opened them up more than
And
the
honestly,
other
bro, I done
thousands of
had
people
that
that have come in
experience
contact.
with
You know what
like
I'm saying? So
everybody that I done did stuff with Callaway, bro. Like on some real stuff. Like, we like when we leave there,
yeah,
I
that's
definitely
cool.
feel like we had a positive encounter where when we see each other next time, it's not like one of those forgettable experiences. Partially because I'm black, like they probably don't have to have that encounter on the golf course.
Right, right.
Ain't too many
I got that
times.
going
They
for
ain't
me.
got
I got
that.
that going for me.
They don't have
But
that many.
I just think that, yeah,
That
exactly,
spoiled
exactly.
black
So it's
dude.
just,
That
you
spoiled
got
black dude that
something,
beat the
but
ball.
I feel like everybody that I done came across so far, they was very receptive to what experience that we had, and they were open to taking it further. But I just want to be respectful because I know everybody that I talk to got a million and one things going on, and I want to move that relationship at an organic pace and not try to force it. But everybody that I met though, I felt like if I could go
Right.
get dinner with them, like we would get into some real heavy shit, you know. But it's just about what type of life circumstances put you in the space to have that experience with them. But that's what, and that's kind of like
Right.
bringing it back to like on a macro level. That those are the opportunities that exist for all of us in this sport, though, and that's like the whole reason that golf is so attractive, and that's the reason that I feel Callaway is giving me, like, you know what I mean, this leash to play with, is that uh, if we just sit down and talk to these people, dog, they just as interested in our viewpoints as we should be in understanding what theirs are. Because all of us got sound reasoning and rationale for why we trying to do what we trying to do. And it's golf is a perfect space for us to like draw that Venn diagram where we figure out what overlaps and what we can attack together. You know what I mean? And so I don't think that people should be closed off to meeting new people, experiencing new things. Like I love golfing with black people. I love golfing with my boys and shit. But I also love golfing with new people that got new perspectives. But I make sure when I'm in that space, I try to get to the bottom of like, are they real or not? Like, you know, are they really trying to do new things? Do they care about different types of things? Like I'll be trying to see like where their heads and their minds and their hearts are. And I think that if you go to a golf course, you're around some new people and you don't try to stress test what kind of person they are, you're missing an opportunity to like build a real relationship. You know what I mean?
Straight up.
Yeah, that's a good way. That's a good way of putting it. Because I'm more of I'm if I'm in that situation, I'm not thinking, hey, I just met this dude. I'm about to, you know what I mean, put the dude to the test or get it. You know what I mean? I'm just like
But ask
very,
but ask
very
some
casual,
tough ass
out
questions
there.
though,
And if
dog.
anything,
Like
I
I
would
would
be.
ask some shit.
Yeah, I know, but I don't even be thinking about that, or you know what I mean, or if anything, I would probably be the type to avoid, you know what I mean, to avoid doing anything to interrupt, you know, just the
Yeah,
flow of the game. You know what I mean? So I know how you think, and we've
yeah,
had a lot of conversations. You know what I mean? And then you know how I think. I wouldn't even
right,
about, you know what I mean, for that reason. You know, because
right. But
I'm
I
just
just think
enjoying
that
a
like,
round of golf.
I mean, real talk though. That's how we all met though.
yeah,
That's how we met on the golf
right.
course. How we engage each other like that. You know, I met Rory. I mean, like I didn't know this dude at all until, you know, I got him on the golf course. We chopped it up. So I mean,
But
yeah,
I
Yeah, for
just
sure.
think that like you get an opportunity, man. You get this 4 hours, and that's a long ass time. Like, you know, and maybe it's longer, maybe it's 6 hours. You know what I mean?
It's a long time,
And
bro.
and other
Long
six
time.
hours, you get, you know, or 4 to 6 hours. You know, let's say pre-round, post-round, whatever. You probably got half to three quarters of that time that's open for dialogue. You know what I mean? And I just think that when you looking at the math of it all, like that that one round of golf is literally like 3 months worth of conversation with like an average type of acquaintance. You know what I mean? So like I'll be thinking of it like if I wanted to
Yeah,
get 3 months into a relationship in one day, what types of things would I talk about? You know what I mean? On the golf course. And so, and I'll be having my little, it's not like super scripted or nothing like that, but I understand what the person do for work. I start asking them stuff about their family. I start asking them stuff about their values, kind of understand, who they are. Cause I'm just genuinely interested in who this person is. And I'm going to spend this next, 3 months with, and, yeah, on some real shit though. And so then,
Yeah,
big
and
straight
so
up.
and
facts.
so and so
Real
then
talk.
by the time we get to, like by the time we even making a turn, you done bought a drink or something like that, and then you really get to figure out what a person give a fuck about, dog, and like where they stand on stuff. And I don't shy away from race conversations. I don't shy away from anything. If they make a joke and I think it's funny, like I be unpacking that shit because it's always humor in the jokes. Like I be like really trying to, like, man, who are you,
Yeah.
dog? Like what you care about? And it's not for the sake of passing judgment. It's really
That's
just
real.
like that, bro. You really spending 3 months, bro, with a person on a golf course. To me, that's how I done reconciled it in my mind.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is 3 months worth of text, phone conversations, um, 3 months worth of DMs back and forth. If we playing a full round of golf, we got all of that shit right here, right now. You know what I mean? And so I be
Yeah.
trying to, like, man, let's get.
That's a whole date. That's a whole date, huh? You like shit.
Hey,
we
hey,
got
I can't count how many job offers I can't count how many job offers I've got on the golf course. I was in the military, like playing in the military, playing golf with all these dudes, random dudes. Hey, we get out. Here's my card. Give me a call. Like so many job offers after 18 holes.
I mean, I need to change my perspective when I'm golf. I be too focused out there. I ain't trying to have no conversation.
But no, that's the thing though.
Like Raj, you like a real people person, bro. Like that's on some intellectual deep shit. You like some.
But I'm serious about my golf though, nigga. Don't get it twisted.
Like how, but I know, but like how do you focus? Like maybe I'm.
He's still trying to beat you though. He's still trying to beat you. He's trying to get to know you. Have to beat you.
Yeah, maybe because I'm trash.
But bro,
like I'm
you gotta.
Yeah, we gotta focus.
We gotta focus
you can
a
have
little
a whole
bit more.
conversation and focus in between shots. I don't have that skill level.
Nah, but it's not a skill level, and plus you gotta understand like when you focusing, dog, like you can your attention span and your intention span is like it's not that long. So like it don't really do you no justice to be focused walking down the.
Hold on. Let me write my notes down.
Yeah.
Hold on. What you said? My intentions, man. My attention.
Notes over here.
And then my intention.
Yeah.
Turn the book up. Turn to the book
of Rogers. In the book of Rogers.
Hey, fuck. Fuck y'all.
Saint Rogers.
But anyway. But look, but on some real shit though, like it don't do you no justice to be walking down the fairway locked the fuck in, dog. Like it's not Sunday at the Masters, nigga. Like walk, enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? Hey, look around. Look around. But look, but on some real shit though, when you get to your ball and then you assess the situation, as soon as I start trying to break down in my mind what's happening, because until I get to the ball, I don't even know what the fuck the problem is in front of me, right? If I hit the ball into the woods, I don't even know what the fuck shot I gotta hit. Until I get to the ball, I don't even know what the lie is for me to even understand what club I gotta hit. I don't know my distance. I don't know shit until I actually get to the ball, dog. So it's like, what the fuck am I thinking about? You know what I mean? And so look.
So hold on, just to clarify, Roger plays a different style of golf. So the courses that he play a lot, they walk. Yeah, so it's a little bit. It is a little like when we was at Bandon. It's a completely different experience. There is a lot of time, you know what I mean, in between shots. Walking, you know, y'all was in the fairway more, so y'all had a lot more conversation. I was like going like off to the left, off to the right, or whatever. But yeah, so this what I'm gonna tell niggas. It's a completely different.
This what I'm gonna tell niggas to help y'all. When you play it like what that. You need a pre-shot routine and you need a post-shot routine, and after that, that's the end of your golf, right? All right, so peep this. So you're gonna do your pre-shot routine. Your pre-shot routines involve all your data collection. So you assessing the lie, you assessing the wind conditions, the distance. You understand what club you're going to hit. You making decisions on what shot you're going to hit. You see the trajectory. Like, you do all your imagination shit. You feel the sensation of what you're about to hit. All of this happened before you hit the ball, right? So then you get over the ball, and now you got very clear intention, right? Like, I know what the fuck shot I'm trying to hit. I know the picture I'm trying to paint. So then you paint the fucking picture. If your picture is trash, as soon as you finish that shit, you just immediately, without having a visceral reaction to the shot that you just hit, understand what you did wrong. Take a one practice swing after that feels like what you did right. Like correct the wrongdoing from the past. Do the right swing after you hit the shot, so you can ingrain a positive on the back end of something that didn't come out the way that you wanted it to, and then you move the fuck on. And then after that, like, I'm done with golf until I get to the next shot, till I start all of that over again. So it's like, so it'd be kind of like, my golf is played in these very short stints. I be playing golf like 2 minutes at a time. You know what I mean? And that's like start a pre-shot to end a post-shot. So after that, it's like, but I'm just saying,
man, that's all the coaching I need.
But bro, like, but I'm telling you, if you listen to yourself as soon as you hit a weak ass shot, bro, like your body know what the fuck you did wrong. If you don't slam your club, if you don't walk off, throw your club, whatever the fuck, if you would literally just sit there for that 1 second, that one extra second, be like, and listen to what the fuck just went wrong with your body, you feel that shit immediately, dog. Like I could feel that shit immediately. You know what I'm talking about? But everybody's so busy reacting with that cap. Oh man, I can't believe bro, your swing weird as fuck. Of course you hit that shot, nigga. What are you talking about? Like, bro, you're like,
hey, stop talking about
I have not practiced in 3 days. I haven't practiced in 3 days. I've been listening to the sound of the iron hitting the concrete.
You don't know me, Raj. You don't know me, Raj. Stop talking to me, bro. You don't know me.
Hey, that was our round yesterday, bro.
Bro.
Exactly.
You don't know me, bro. Stop talking
That's
to me.
what I'm
was our
saying,
round.
though, dog. Like
Our last round
so I'm
exactly.
just saying, man. If you approach golf like that, and the rest of it is just you enjoying a walk, bro. Like looking around, like I be practicing being present, bro. Like what are the things that I notice? Like what are the because as you get like to these higher levels of golf and you start playing these nice ass courses, like you need to start paying attention to like what the architecture, what the architect's intent was, and why what types of grass and what types of this and why it's all it's so much shit that you missing.
I can only
It's so
imagine.
much shit that you missing, bro, when you like trying to be locked in. And that's excluding your playing partners, bro. Like the conversations y'all can get into, dog, is like wild shit.
But hold on, does that only come when you at a certain
No.
level, or because like
No.
right now I'm at
No.
trash? Like you damn near pro status.
I ain't gonna lie, being good at golf,
like,
being better at golf help everything go smooth. That's some real shit. But that's a metaphor for life though, right? Like this business dude told me making your first million is hard. That's the hardest thing you're gonna do in your life. To come from nothing and make your first million is gonna be the hardest thing that you do in your life. But after you make your first million, like everything else after that just kind of fall into your lap a little bit. You know what I mean? And that was crazy to me because like, after I got past, and this is just like a metaphor for that shit. Like say for instance, when I got 10,000 followers, and I was like, damn, like getting to that 10K mark, Rory tell you that shit, that 10K mark a motherfucker, dog. Like get to that shit.
Yeah.
That 10K mark is a motherfucker.
Yeah,
But once
boy,
you get there, it's like the rest of them, like, bro, you just see motherfuckers following you, and it's like, damn, where the fuck they coming from? Like, where,
Yeah, just off a comment. Yeah,
just
just
be
off a
like, damn,
comment
they
or
like, man, I
something you
need to tap
posted a
in,
while
bro.
ago
So
or whatever.
I
Yeah,
think that
triple
golf
that.
worked the same way. Like, getting to being like a 10 index, or like getting to a single digit handicap, some shit like that. Like that's hard as fuck. But once you get there, bro, like the opportunities that golf provide, they just start to layer themselves on. Once you get to that single digit, like everybody just want to play with you. They just like, oh man, like I need to learn from you. Like I need to do this. Like how do you do that? A lot of people want to talk to you about golf, or people just want to be around people that understand and can play golf at a certain level, and then they just want to enjoy golf alongside you and talk about the rest of the life shit.
Right, straight up. Man,
Yeah.
that was deep. But in the Book of Rogers, take notes.
Hey, fuck y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Hey. Well, look, hey man, look. I don't know. Well, I know we had like what hour 9. I mean, I can do this shit all day.
Yeah,
But,
something like that.
Raj, look, Raj, we just
All day.
The people. We want to thank you for taking your time out, bro, and coming to the golf-ish podcast.
It's golf-ish.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, speaking your ish.
Hey, big facts. Appreciate it.
Speaking your ish. And man, look,
real talk.
We gonna give you the floor, man. Anything else you want to just get off your chest? Speak to the people.
Oh man,
but man, look, we want to give you the last word, man.
I believe in what y'all are doing, bro, and I believe in the market that y'all trying to speak to, and I think that it's now more than ever, it's a huge need for y'all to build this bridge for people that are just on the fence about what they orientation in golf is, and y'all are very necessary to the game. You know what I'm talking about? So I want y'all to like go full steam ahead on what y'all vision is, and I'm gonna keep pointing people back to y'all, and I'm appreciative that y'all love the game enough and fuck with me enough to create this moment in time, dog. That's it.
Salute.
Hey, we appreciate it, bro. Hey, big facts, man.
Appreciate you, bro.